The Metropolitan Police are finally in trouble. The whole system is collapsing as the police force are put into special measures for the first time in history over corruption and misjudgment. Many misjudgments over issues. And also for the first time, Priti Patel, the Home Secretary, is actually standing up against this toxic culture. Yes, it's actually quite impressive that we are seeing something that's actually been done against all the issues that we've been talking about for such a long time on this channel when it comes to the Met. So many misjudgments and mishandling of situations up to a point where even the good police officers we have who are just trying to get their job done, they can't really do anything because of either bureaucracy or wokeism or just generally corruption. Some of the bad police officers who are completely destroying the system, some of the people at the top of the Metropolitan Police. Now, Priti Patel has come out to actually support this investigation, the special measures. She said that I expect the police to get the basics right. It is clear that the Metropolitan Police Service is falling short of these expectations, which is why she supports the police going into special measures. And it's going to be interesting to see if this is going to be a gimmicky thing or if it's actually going to be completely balanced and robust. Now, we have talked about a lot of issues that the police have had over the last few years. I'm going to give you a short list of some of the examples that we've seen from this police force in this country. First, Stephen Port. You remember Stephen Port? The nutter who took people's lives, and he took the police until the fourth victim, until that happened, to actually get up and do something about it. Now, the families and the lawyers are saying that the Met has blood on their hands because of complacency, because they were too busy being on their computers and checking your tweets. They were too busy painting their police cars with the rainbow flags and everything else. They were too busy doing anything but actually policing this country. Now, the main fault should go to the top of the police. You know, at the time, Cressida Dick in London, Sadiq Khan and everybody else. But of course, there is a mid-management as well in terms of the hierarchy, the tiers that they have that affects the command of the police force. Let's talk about another one. You remember Sarah Everard, who was a victim of a police officer who was corrupt and a nutter and a psycho. But not only that, during the vigil, because it happened to be during the lockdown era, the way the police mishandled the vigil, the way they targeted and attacked the people who were just there to mourn. And of course, there were some people who were there, politically motivated people who were there to cause trouble as well. But it's no excuse for the police to do that. We have another example. We know that what they did during the lockdown days, every time there was a protest or a peaceful march from the anti-lockdown groups, this is what they did. They completely targeted everybody. And one time, I was there with many other independent reporters and journalists. There was one incident, one night in central London, where they targeted all of us, even if you were there to film, because apparently freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of expression doesn't exist. It didn't exist that night because we were all targeted. So many people were taken away into the police vans, but then they had to apologize the next day. They had to release a statement saying, we made a misjudgment. We were wrong to arrest the independent reporters. But at the same time, during the same lockdown era, if you were Insulate Britain or Extinction Rebellion or the BLM Nutters, you could just do whatever you want. You could go target statues or governmental buildings. Vandalizing was absolutely fine, apparently. This was the issue. Now, let's not forget about this one. Kneeling. Completely surrendering to the crazy hard left activists. This is why the criminals know how weak some of our police forces have actually become. That they know they could just walk around, for example, in somewhere like London. They could get away with a lot of issues. Organized muggings. Because they know Sadiq Khan's Metropolitan Police can't really do anything. They're not doing anything. Do you know why? As I said, they're too busy sitting behind the desks on their computers, checking your tweets and Instagram posts and Facebook posts and whatever you say. Because that is a priority, apparently. That's more important. Policing people's language online rather than on the streets seeing what actual criminals are doing. Now, yesterday we reported this massive scandal that's still going on. It's been going on for a few years, but it's getting much worse. That UK is now the fraud capital of the world. Scammers and fraudsters are targeting individuals in this country, and the actual reported figures are £3 billion a year, the damage to ordinary people's lives. The police are not doing anything about it, considering fraud, online fraud, for example, and scammers and telemarketers and all the others, is now one of the main categories of crime in this country. Only 2% of police officers have been allocated for this category. This is absolutely embarrassing, the situation we have currently in our beautiful country. The whole system is failing us, and we have to speak out. And I will keep you guys posted on this investigation, the special measures that the Met Police have been put into. We will see what the verdict is actually going to be. Is it going to be gimmicky, or is it going to be actually real? I'll believe it when I see it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.